So in my last video I did a test on, well not a test, to show you guys what happens. You're flying your drone about and for some reason your controller packs up or shuts down, the drone will come back to you. But Gary noticed that on my Mini 4 Pro, when it come in, it must have been inches off the black car mat. So you were saying, is it to do with the texture of that mat? Now, it doesn't do it all the time, so I thought in this test we'll do numerous tests. Now, I've got the big landing pad, but I'm going to try the black mat at the moment, and we'll see what happens. I'm just going to get the drone up in the air.
Home point updated.
I don't need to go very far. I'm just going to send it out there a bit. So I'm just going to turn off the controller and we'll see if it does it again. So I've turned the controller off. So the drone's coming in. Now it should land on the mat. Whereas the Mini 3 wasn't very good at that, but the 4 is pretty good when it comes to things like this. So okay, now you just saw that it's landed, but it hasn't shut down. Bonnie. Okay, so it's going backwards now, as you can see, and if anything, it's I'm just going to give it. Okay, so the only reason it stopped then is because it caught itself on one of the tags on my big landing pad. So that was interesting. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to turn it off a moment. Right. I'm going to do it on the big landing pad. So we're going to turn that on. I've got 36%, so I've got plenty of power still left. I'm just going to send it over there. And while it's doing that, I'm going to put on the camera so you can see it's on video now. The problem is I can't show it on screen save, guys, because as soon as I turn off the controller, I've lost the screen saves. Anyway, let's turn off the controller. You can hear me turning it off. So it's shutting down. I can see the drone over there. And we'll just see if it lands and turns itself off. It's looking pretty smack on there. Okay, so it's landed. What I've got to do now, unfortunately, I've got to turn on the controller to turn off the video. Right, I'm going to change the battery. I've been watching a couple YouTube channels. Kev, especially, he loves testing out his Mini 2, his Mini 4, and Gary. I love watching Gary's because he lives in the wood. He does loads of flying around in the wood, return to home. He's had a few crashes, but anyway, it's got me set on these testing now. So let's get the drone off the ground.
Take off.
Okay, I'm going to send it out again. I'll send it up a little bit higher this time. Okay, send it out. Put on the video. It's just, guys, this is just a test. This is a bit of fun. It's interesting about, obviously, do I need to get a proper landing pad? I mean, I got one. To me, it's a little bit big. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to turn off the controller. Oh, no. I turned off the video then. So anyway, turn off the controller completely. Okay. So it's shutting down. You can see the drone. So if it lands and shuts down this time, I will then, we'll do a couple of goes on the black mat. I'll move that out of the way this time. I must say, it's interesting with the 4, it always seems to land on target, whereas the 3 was a little bit, it's going to be off. Okay, so that's pretty well on the H. Okay, we're going to do the takeoff.
Takeoff.
Take it off, we're going to take it up.
Point updated.
Home point updated. Okay, that's about enough. We're just going to send it over that way. I'll turn off the controller. The video is still running for the drone. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to move my big H, because we don't want that for the moment. So if this time, when it comes down to land, it don't land properly, then obviously it's to do with my car mat, which is interesting. But I didn't bring out my Mini 3 today, thinking I don't need it. So I might have to come out again with the Mini 3. But the 4 does not like this mat, but it might be all right this time. We'll see. It's coming in pretty well. The camera's just gone up. I can't see it. Why do I always do that? It's doing it again. It's still not shut down. It's obviously not recognising that mat. I'm just going to let it. So the first time it actually moved backwards, but this time it's about not even an inch off the ground. Okay, so all it's doing now is just hovering there. So I'm going to go into my controller. Oh, it's moving backwards now. No. It's actually laying on the mat, one corner of it. Okay, so eventually it shut down. I'm just going to turn off the video this time. Now, there's no point me doing me taking it off the ground, because I know it will land anyway to do with it, or it'll come up with a warning, because Kev had mentioned that. Does it come up to say it's unsuitable? Obviously, when I go back into the screen, there's nothing there. It says that. So, but I just wanted to do it. I'm just going to turn off that video a minute. I'm just going to. Now the drone's still on. I'm going to turn off the drone. Okay, just turning the drone off a minute. I'm going to turn on the drone again. What I might do it half on, half off. And we'll just see if that shouldn't make any difference. But it might make a difference, I don't know. Unable to take off because, what is it? Oh yeah.
Point updated.
Okay, so that's back in. So we take it off again.
Take off.
Take it up. We'll send it a different direction this time. We'll go over this way. I'm going to turn off the controller. So the controller's shut down. I forgot to put on the video, but anyway, you're going to get the gist of it. I don't know if you could hear that funny sound then. Okay, it's coming down now to land. So is it going to turn itself off this time? No, it landed. Now it's going back up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the controller a minute and just see if there's a warning come up saying about unsuitable, because this is what Kev asked. Obviously when the screen's off I can't see what it's saying, so I've just turned the controller back on. It's hovering a lot higher this time, I noticed. Okay, make sure landing area is safe before landing. So Kev, you're right, it is giving you a warning about is it safe. So thanks for asking. So that's another reason, maybe that's why the 4 is a little bit more cautious than the 3. There seems to be a lot more things put on the 4. And obviously that's another one where obviously it's not seeing it correctly. So I don't think it's the map now, Gary. I think it's actually asking you, I mean obviously I can't see it when I've turned off the controller, but I've turned it on a little bit early this time, and that's what it was saying, is it safe to land. So another safety factor, I think. So anyway, hope you found that interesting, guys. It's always good, and yeah, I'll catch you on another video very soon.